So tell me a little bit about yourself and your business.
So my name's Owen. My business is called Erudite Digital. So I'm a father of 3 kids, so youngish kids, all under 10, which keeps me pretty busy when I'm not in work. And so my business is a social media marketing agency. So I suppose what our goal is to give business owners the 2 things that no business owner has enough of, which is time and money. So our goal is to kind of come in, work with the business, learn all about it, and give them the gift of time by taking the pressure of getting their social media done and getting the content created and the right information out there. And then also, I say, generating money. So our goal also is then to create content that generates leads, drives traffic to clients' websites, and then ultimately that's turned into business. So we're pretty much like the best friend of any business owner, because we want to be helping them to give them time and money. And that's, well, in my experience, that's what every business owner wants.
Fantastic. And for how long have you been doing this for, Owen?
So we've been around now for 5 years. So we started a couple of years before the pandemic, and well, we're still going, which is a good sign. It didn't always look that way for a while, but delighted to be still trading and growing.
Fantastic. And when you were growing up, is this what you always wanted to do?
Well, you know, I know my youthful looks may confuse you, but whenever I was growing up, there was no social media, and all I wanted to be was John Barnes, the greatest Liverpool striker there was until, well, I don't know. There's been quite a few great Liverpool strikers since then. So no, this wasn't what I wanted to do. I just knew that there was one thing that I definitely didn't want to do, which was to be a teacher, because my mother was. So whenever I finished school, I promptly enrolled in teaching college and trained for 4 years to be a teacher. And then actually at the end of my 3rd year decided 1 more year to go, and then I don't have to be a teacher. So did the 4th year and then got a job teaching in my old primary school. So, you know, the normal route into digital marketing. So yeah, not really exactly what I planned to do as a kid or a teenager, but delighted to be here now.
Excellent. And tell me, who is your ideal customer?
So we like to think about who the ideal customer is, and I think the things that matter to us are, number one, are they nice people that we like to get on with? So there's nothing worse than dealing with somebody who can be a bit of hard work. We all have days where we're a wee bit off color or whatever, but we like to deal with people who value what we do and who are really good at what they do. Because if we're going to be singing and shouting about how wonderful they are and telling potential clients about this, we like clients who are actually walking the walk, not as we kind of do the talking for them. Beyond that, we work with a wide variety of clients. So clients in financial services and property and hospitality and retail. I say the biggest thing for us is clients who see the value that social media can bring to their business and want to build something that's not just a quick fix. So it's not just can we throw money at something and then in 2 years we're away, but who have the idea of creating something, creating a bit of a legacy around that. And we love partnering with companies do that and building really strong relationships that will help them in the long term and also help us as well. So pretty much anybody is the bottom line, but as long as they're nice people, good at what they do, and they see the value in the power of social media.
Excellent. And you mentioned earlier on that you formed your business a couple of years before the pandemic. So of all the actions that you've taken because of the pandemic, what are some that will remain part of your business?
So pre-pandemic, it was pretty much bootstrapped together. It was a pretty small team. And when the pandemic hit, like a lot of people, it was a bit concerning. We didn't know what was going to happen, were we going to get through it. Thankfully, after a couple of weeks of just a wee bit of nervousness, we realized that a lot of businesses still needed to operate and be open and had to change and rethink how they did what they did. And they no longer had maybe shop fronts or places, buildings that people could come to. And so a lot of them changed then to looking at digital. And it gave us an incredible opportunity then to provide a really quality service that give them a lifeline at a really tough time for them. And so that's then caused us to look at our team and expand and find more people to come in who can service our clients and provide that high quality of service that can be really difficult to find at times. And obviously some companies bring somebody in as a junior and bring them through, and that can be a hard oil lesson to learn. And what our goal is to be able to come in and bring in experts who know what they're doing and provide a great service with kind of little downtime of bringing somebody on board. So yeah, the pandemic was a concerning time at the start, but actually there's been great opportunities, and for lots of different businesses that's been the case. And I think that the other thing is we've learned is when it comes to bringing in staff, we're 100% committed to bringing people who are passionate about what they do, who are motivated, who are committed to it. And similar to when we want to look at our clients, our staff, our team, it's all about having great human beings, people who you wouldn't mind going out for a coffee, for a pint with, and spend a bit of time with. They're decent people, and they have the same kind of values as our team. So yeah, it's been a real growth time for us, and it's been really enjoyable as well.
Fantastic. And what would you say, Owen? What's your biggest learning since you've been a business owner?
Probably the importance of relationship. I think, in Northern Ireland in particular, who and the way you treat people is so important. And I have found that a lot of business that we have received has come through people we've worked with and having a great relationship with them, doing what we say we're going to do, over delivering, going the extra mile, and just cultivating those relationships. So I think that's probably been the biggest learning point for us in growing a business.
And what would you say is most inspiring to you today?
Oh, I think it's remembering the privilege it is to work with other businesses, because they're placing their marketing into our hands, and the reputation of their business, and it's really, I love going to meet new clients and learning about their business, because it's one of those things I've realized how important it is to be inquisitive about things, and how the complexity that goes into somebody else's business to grow it and to get it to work. And it's just inspiring to see people who are so passionate about their industry, and industries that you didn't even know existed or you didn't know anything about. They're like passionate, and they've committed 10, 20, 30 years into that. It's inspiring to see that, and as I say, it's a real privilege to be able to be part of their team and to be able to help be part of the journey to their greater success.
Fantastic. And what would you say, if you can think back, what advice would you give to your 18-year-old self?
So like 2 years ago kind of thing.
Plus VAT.
Well, maybe a little more than 2 years ago. So number one would be eat less. Really deep here, but I'm currently joined the gym, and the alarm goes off at 5:15, 3 mornings a week, and I'm trying to undo 20 years of eating too much. So number one would be eat less. But I suppose seriously, just enjoy the journey, take risks. I think at the age of 18 or so, you think you have to have it all planned out, and you probably think you know it all already. But yeah, so I think being inquisitive, taking risks, having a go at things, and realizing that if something doesn't work out, it's not a failure. It's just an opportunity to learn something and then work out how does that affect what you're going to do next. So yeah, 18, it's not that long ago. Sort of.
Okay, superb. And listen, do you have any offers that you would like for your business to be included in a newsletter?
Yeah, so we currently offer a free social media audit, and kind of what that entails is us having a look at what social media you're currently doing, what the opportunities are there for maybe other things you could be doing, and maybe our job, we're not coming in to tell you it's terrible or anything like that, but it's more to help you out, provide some pointers so that you could get a better return for it, or if it worked out that we could provide some of that service to help you even better. But yeah, so if somebody is interested in trying to find out, what could social media possibly do for them, one of the things might be with some clients who have started moving on to TikTok, which it's not just a whole lot of 16-year-olds dancing around, but we've one client with over 1.5 million views inside the last month and a half on TikTok. So, and not just views, but then business coming from that. So having a wee look, and I think it's always important to check out, what could we be doing? What could we be doing better? And so we'll provide that as a free audit for any businesses interested in having that conversation.
Fantastic. Oh, that's brilliant. Thanks very much.